So we've tried using the DualSense controller on a PC, and I've been playing a couple of games, and I've seen a lot of people tell me that they're having latency and things like that. I have not had any of those issues, and I have been playing on a wired connection. If you're on Bluetooth, there is a higher chance of you getting latency issues. Anyway, so now we're going to try the opposite. We're going to try mouse and keyboard on the PS5 and see if there's any latency or anything like that. I did plug in my mouse to the TV yesterday, or to the PS5 on the TV, just to see if it would pick it up, and it does. There's a setting for it just like the PS4, but it does not work very well on TVs because they're bigger screens and they have bigger latency. So it should work a lot better on a monitor. In case anyone's curious, we're going to be using a Ducky 1.2 Mini. This is my Ducky 1.2 Mini with red switches, just in case anyone's curious. I'm not going to be using this final mouse because it's plugged into the back of the computer, and I don't feel like it's all wired in. So we're going to be using a Model O, and I haven't used this mouse in a long time, but I'm going to go ahead and plug this into the back of the console. So oddly enough, it shows that I'm using two mice. Like, I don't know if that's just the image it's going to show, but that's what it shows there. And right away, I haven't played in 60 Hz in a while, so this is going to take some getting used to. At 60 Hz and on mouse and keyboard on here, this does not feel anything close to how it normally feels, and yeah, it feels really weird. So for Fortnite, I would say that this doesn't feel anything close to how it would feel on a PC. And if they had some kind of option to actually make your game go into 120 Hz or something like that on 1080, well, that would be a lot better. Hopefully they add that. And then just the mouse, like, this just doesn't go very in detail. You just get a pointer speed and right-handed or left-handed, just like the PS4. It's not unplayable, it's just not what exactly I'm used to, and it does feel very different. It's definitely not unplayable though. Like, you definitely still, get some builds going on. Now guns, I don't know how that feels. Building, I could feel latency, and editing, I can feel a little bit of latency, and the hertz, I can see like the frame rate, how it's not keeping up as well as it should be. In the menu, I can see like the latency, like just barely I can tell that it's a little bit late on picking up the movement of me moving anywhere. Whereas 160 Hz, 144 Hz, you can tell right away. But this I don't think is, I've played on 60 Hz before, and it just didn't feel like this either, because I was playing on a 60 Hz monitor on PC for a long time, so I know what it's supposed to feel like. The keyboard it feels more responsive than the mouse, at least in this game. It looks really nice. If you just want to play on a monitor in 1080, then it's nice. Or if you have a 4K monitor, which a lot of people don't have yet, so yeah, the keyboard feels really responsive. Even like minor movements, the keyboard feels really responsive, but the mouse movement is just not where it should be. Oh! Nope. Alright, we got a gun. Is that a guy over there? See, like, look at how hard it is to aim at that guy. Not even because of sensitivity, just like individual micro stutter. See that? Damn, the lighting though. Oh, it's that. I was like, what is that? Looks really good. I'm just gonna go die. Look at this, like, it's impossible to aim. That gameplay kind of sucked for Fortnite, and I couldn't aim at all, but just from creative and the movement, I can tell it doesn't play anything close to what it's supposed to play like and feel like. So I don't recommend strictly relying on mouse and keyboard for PS5. Like, if you're looking into getting a PC, or maybe you're considering this an option, for Fortnite at least, does not work properly. And it's playable, but you're definitely going to get a much better experience on a PC, even at 60 Hz. So now we're in Call of Duty, and kind of already I can feel like this cursor feels better than the Fortnite one, but similar in a way. And I know in this game you have to set this to keyboard and mouse. So real quickly, let's jump in on any kind of game. Let's go quick play. Right away, this one feels a little bit more responsive. Like 1080, 60 Hz, and it feels pretty close to normal. And if it could just get that 120 Hz on 1080, it would help a lot of people out just for that, because Call of Duty on higher Hertz feels and looks really good. Let's see how this feels. This one like already feels much better than what Fortnite did. Like turning is more responsive. So I don't have all my keys set up, so it's gonna be kind of scuffed gameplay as well. This game offers you all kinds of settings for mouse on PS5, so that's a good thing. I don't even know what my keys are. See, really responsive, feels playable, a lot more playable than Fortnite did. Like I can have more precise aim compared to how like Fortnite aiming was. Is that a guy right there? That is not a guy. That's a guy. Like my situation was, I don't have ray tracing on my PC, but this game on PS5 would support ray tracing. I would not mind actually playing this on mouse and keyboard. It looks great and it feels normal. And I just died.